Natural gas is used all over the world for power, heating, and cooking. In fact, global consumption of this fuel has more than doubled in the last 2 decades. When burned, natural gas releases around half as much greenhouse gas as coal. With growing pressure to reduce emissions, its use is likely to increase. Booming natural gas production in the United States is now set to turn the market on its head, changing the U.S. from a net importer of natural gas to a net exporter by 2017. The first exports from locations along the Gulf are due to start in early 2016. And our Lake Charles LNG project is expected to play a key role in this developing U.S. energy export chain. Transporting natural gas is not that simple. In its gaseous form, it can only be distributed by pipeline. To transport it long distances overseas, it must be converted into liquefied natural gas, or LNG. Energy Transfer owns an existing LNG import facility in Lake Charles, Louisiana. BG Group and Energy Transfer are working together toward adding export capacity to Lake Charles LNG. BG will manage construction and operate the new LNG export facility and ship the LNG to world markets. The new plant will be built on the same site to liquefy and export up to 15 million tons of LNG a year. Much of the infrastructure can be repurposed, reducing the environmental footprint and disruption. The plant is already connected to the nearby Henry Hub, providing ready access to billions of cubic feet of U.S. gas. Energy Transfer already owns some of the network, and sections of new pipeline will be laid to ensure improved access to this huge resource. The new plant uses a best available techniques concept known as BAT to be a class leader in terms of environmental emissions, performance, and efficiency. The environmental impact of the design has already been rigorously reviewed, with the assessment and proposed mitigations now approved by the U.S. regulators, FERC. When the gas reaches the plant, it needs treatment before liquefaction. The gas is first passed through an absorbent bed to remove mercury. Then, small amounts of impurities in the feed gas, such as carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, are removed using a water-based solvent. Water is removed using a desiccant to ensure that no solids are formed during liquefaction. The heavier natural gases, like pentanes or condensates, are then removed and piped off to local U.S. markets for sale. Finally, the remaining hydrocarbons, mainly methane, are ready to be liquefied. The gas needs to be cooled to at least -258 degrees Fahrenheit. To achieve this, the liquefaction plant uses large refrigeration cycles which are powered by ultra-efficient gas turbines, originally developed for the aerospace industry. This is a proven technology that uses the latest catalytic converters to minimize the effect of any emissions on local air quality. The facility uses a large number of cooling fans. These have the latest blade technology to reduce the plant's noise profile. After pre-cooling, the gas enters a spiral of tubing that passes through refrigerant, condensing the gas into a colorless liquid. This process is similar to a fridge freezer, but on a far larger scale. The liquefied gas is then sent to insulated LNG storage vessels. These tanks are renovated and reused, minimizing the footprint of the new facility. Where once they held imported LNG, they will now store U.S. LNG, awaiting transfer to one of our LNG carriers. The process of liquefaction is vital for safety and ease of transport. as liquid natural gas is non-toxic and can be stored at low pressure, reducing the risk of leaks and consequent vaporization. In liquid form, its volume is reduced some 600 times. So imagine the fleet we would need to transport it as a gas. A key gas market for the US is Asia, and the journey from Louisiana to the power plants of Japan or Singapore will soon be faster. By 2017, the capacity of the Panama Canal will be doubled, cutting the round trip to 30 days and allowing even larger LNG ships. In the USA, the tide is turning. Around the start of the next decade, the cleanest and most efficient LNG plant in the US is expected to have its storage tanks full, ready for export.